Well, good morning, YouTube, and welcome back to Everything RV with Dave. The other day I did a video on my refinery, Everything RV with Dave. I have a little gasoline refinery which I take ethanol fuel, which is regular gas that you buy at your pump, and turn it into non-ethanol fuel with no ethanol in it at all, just gasoline. And one of my followers asked me to show him how I drain the gas out of the containers. Before I do that, I'll show you real quickly how I make this gas, and then I'll show how I actually drain it, which I did not do in the first video, which I probably should have. You probably see that. We've got water just right about at those lines. Yes, I'm just pouring the gasoline into the water, and then I'm going to do something else. I'm going to shake them up. What this is right here is that 10%. That's the 10% ethanol. Now, I actually have let this gas sit overnight, and if you take a look, this is where the water was, and now the ethanol has moved a little bit higher, and it's up to about here. And you can see the same thing on this one. Water was here. You know, this is the ethanol, and then all this up here is pure gas. This one's harder to see, but the ethanol actually is up about to here. So I've got pure gas in the top of these, and like I explained before, you can siphon off the water. You can siphon off the water, then you can siphon off the ethanol until you start getting pure gas. That's one way to do it. I like to start at the top and drain off all the gas, stopping before I hit to the ethanol, and then all I have is ethanol and water left. So I brought out my high-tech unit, which is nothing more than this bulb and a hose on the bottom and a hose on the top. And what I do is I will take this part of the hose and put it down into the bottle, and I will keep it in the gas, but not clear down in towards the bottom. So as I'm draining the gas off, I will continue to push this down lower and lower and lower, and just siphon off the gas. It is awful hard to do holding the camera, so I'll get it started and then I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, I've got my siphon working, and you can see I've got it and I squeeze the ball, put my finger over the end of this hose, and then release the ball, and it sucked and I'm now filling up this jug. I like to use jugs to go from one to the other so that I can actually see what's happening. And if you take a look, it's hard to see, but you can see the nozzle. I'm keeping it well above the ethanol and the water, and I'm just draining it off. Now, there are other ways you can do this. There are little electrical ones you could use. Hell, you use just a piece of hose. But this particular ball unit, I picked it up at Wally World. I believe it was $6, and it works fine. I mean, I only do 3 to 5 gallons at a time, so you know, it doesn't take me a long time to do this. And as you can see, the gas is coming down, and I'm keeping the hose in the gas, and I'm not trying to get every drop of gas out of this. I do not want any of that ethanol, because once that ethanol gets mixed with the water, even though it has separated a little bit, it almost becomes, I don't know, more like, not peanut butter, but you know, more like a smoothie. You just don't want to have any of that in your engine. So I'm trying to watch this and record it at the same time. It's getting ready to start sucking some air. And to be honest with you, I think that's about it. I'm not going to take too much more. I could possibly, but I think that's pretty good. So we're going to stop this one right here. So this is my jug of pure gas now. I have drained off of that first one. So I'm going to go ahead and dump this one into a container. And I'm just going to dump the pure gas. I know this is real high tech, but guys, it works. Your small engines will love this pure gas. And now that I have an empty bottle again, I can set my gas can aside and I can go to the second bottle and do the same thing. So basically that's it. I've got this high-tech bulb with a couple hoses on it, and all I do is drain the gas off, being very careful not to get any of the ethanol. Now, as I do this one, again, we'll stop short, and this one I will stop short. Then I will combine these two with this one, and I'll end up with a whole bunch of ethanol, but a little bit more gas up here. And then I'll drain it off. Again, trying to keep, I do not want this stuff. I will show you, I mean, you can almost see it. Do you see, it's almost like a gel down there below the gas. You don't want to get any of that. All you want is pure gas. So I hope that helps, at least the one follower that asked how I actually did that. And if you don't mind, reach down there in the right-hand corner and hit that subscribe button. It sure helps me out. And I will see you on my next video.